music of, well, our friend Michael Johnson and Alison Krauss, and whenever I call you friend.
On the album Then and Now, classic hits. A lot of Michael's own,
yes.
recut, and some of your favorite people's redone. Beautiful. We were commenting on how well you and Alison sound together.
Oh, thanks. That was her idea, you know.
Was it?
Yeah, to do that video. And not the video, but the song and the arrangement and do it as a duet.
Well,
I just went, okay.
How easy is it to sing with her? Because she has one of those very high, angelic sounding voices.
She does,
really.
and she, you think that she can sing soft, but I tell you, you remember that song Atlanta? She can honk, too.
Yeah.
She can really get out there.
Yeah. You know, she is known as being such a perfectionist in the studio. Were you intimidated by that at all?
Well,
And she likes
not by
everything.
not by her manner at all, you know, but boy, when I heard that scratch vocal, the track vocal, I thought, oh no, I'm gonna have to, you know, I'm gonna have to be good.
When you are, you're very good. Can I ask you a couple of questions before we go further? First of all, we were discussing what Mojo is, because Wynonna has a song on her new album, Don't Throw Your Mojo On.
Mojo on Me, yeah.
So what do you think Mojo is?
Yeah, from a songwriter standpoint, what is Mojo?
Your mojo? Well, that's kind of like your voodoo. It's sort of like
Your hex or something.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
learning things.
Is this like a survey you're
Yeah,
taking?
because I didn't know what it was, and I'm just trying to figure it out. Also, I want everyone just to take a very good close look at this gentleman from about like the waist up here. Doesn't he look smashing? That's partly because I ironed his shirt.
Yes,
Did you iron his shirt?
I
Really?
love
ironed
He
my
came in
shirt.
and he said, you know, my shirt's a little wrinkled, and for some reason, I love to iron shirts. And I said, please let me do it. So,
Send your laundry now. Call 1-800
Exactly.
Iron This.
Yes.
And, oh, but
Well,
one
no,
other
I told
thing.
you, I said, I'm not even going to wear it. I'm just bringing it out on a hanger. And gonna show
Hey,
it
one
around.
other
So
thing.
crisp.
We've known him for so long, and one trend that he always has going, shoes. Now, normally you wear bowling shoes, but we noticed tonight you're trendy. You've got something new. Now,
put
hold
the
it down
foot
so we can
down.
see it.
Well, okay,
There you
okay.
go.
Oh, look
Here
at
they
this.
are.
Explain this.
If I will. In my, yeah, I don't know. They're fish shoes. Here, smell them.
no, it's not. That's not.
Oh, okay.
But you're so unusual. I mean, the first thing we
I
do when
like
we
them.
meet you is just look down to see what you're wearing.
So what happened to the bowling shoes?
Well, the bowling shoes got kind of funky.
Oh, that's
they
where
just did.
you wore the same pair for decades.
I did, and well, I didn't bowl with them, though. I mean, I wore them on the street. That was part of the problem.
Yes, I
Oh,
understand.
this is the most unusual conversation
I'm
we've
sorry.
ever
Well,
had.
You
with an
remember
artist.
that conversation, don't you? Because I think you said, where did you get those? And I described
You walked out of a bowling alley with them or something, didn't you?
I stole them,
Yeah, okay, basically that's what it was.
Great.
essentially. But he
Singer,
got a better deal. He got
songwriter,
my
thief.
shoes.
Now, welcome to America's Most Wanted.
Okay, back to the music. Now, I always wonder when an artist such as yourself does such a beautiful job on the hits the first time, why do you want to recut them?
To show people that one guy did them, in my case, because I've been in different formats. And it's nice to kind of put it all together in a little package. But other than that, it's because of my buddy, the guitar over here.
The guitar?
Yeah, because I've been a soloist primarily for so many years, and I've worked up solo versions to these songs.
Are they basically acoustic versions of the hits?
They're definitely acoustic, and it's small ensemble, just a light production kind of a deal.
Is Bluer Than Blue on here? It is.
It
Would you
is.
do a little bit of it for me now? Do
Yeah.
you mind?
Well, I just happen to have
Just a little bit.
Well,
yeah.
why
I
not?
won't make you work too hard.
Okay, all right.
That's one of my favorite songs.
I'll give you the chorus, okay? Let's see now. I better be sure about this. Bluer than blue, sadder than sad. You're the only light this empty room has ever had. And life without you is gonna be bluer than blue.
That guitar work?
Well, you didn't miss a thing. You
That
made it look so
is
easy.
lovely.
Oh, thank you.
And our producer
It's all
was
I know how to do, by the way. It's the only thing I've ever done.
But our producer was telling us about an unusual experience you had in Spain. We had often talked about the fact that you took classical guitar lessons there.
Yeah,
And he said
yeah.
you found out firsthand that there are some people who are truly in love with their music and with their guitars.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's a maniacal thing. They're only doing one thing, you know. They're just studying so intensely. And we all stayed in this boarding house, and they slept with their guitars under the beds. And they'd, of course, be partying all night, probably.
Yeah.
But you could tell who was awake first by what corner of your room the sound was bleeding through the wall.
They'd
and,
start
you know,
playing as soon as they got up?
Oh, they'd start playing in bed.
Wait, now you're talking about the Spanish guitar?
Yeah.
Do
you
some
know,
of that, because
well,
I mean,
just-
I don't mean to pressure you here, but since we're talking
Just
about
imagine the morning after, and
it.
you.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock in the morning.
We're all
Yeah. Which is why I quit. I mean, those guys.
It's amazing.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, but those guys. See,
Oh.
I missed songs. I had to sing. I wanted to, you know, sing. And
Yeah,
Well,
something
you
else.
put it
to
all
do.
Wouldn't
together.
let you do that
You
then.
put all the talents together.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
Well,
Came
there's,
back home,
there's
thank
another
goodness.
part of your career that really we haven't had a chance to discuss a lot, and that
What?
is working with John Denver. And what we want to do is take a
Yeah.
short break. When we come back, we'll talk about that. We'll also take some fan phone calls. How's that?
Sounds
Michael
good.
Jackson with us on Today's Country. Glad you are too. Back in a minute.
This night won't last forever, and I know the sun is gonna shine sometime.
Hey, wait a minute. That's Sawyer Brown with a Michael Johnson song. You had the hit on it. How do you like their version?
Well, I like their version just fine.
That must be so flattering when a quote-unquote newer group decides to cover one of your tunes.
Feels great. I mean, I didn't write it. I pretend I wrote that song. Bill
Yeah.
Bounty and
Yeah.
Roy Freeland wrote
What,
that.
what do you
But
think
you
about
had
all,
the hits,
Yeah,
so.
what do you think about all the recuts in town? You know, they're taking a lot of the songs that were hits before,
Yeah.
which I guess in a sense says, hey, they're proven hits, and they're recutting them. Is that all right?
Well, I think that's fine. I mean, is it mostly ballads? That's what I think. It seems like
it
it's not
probably
like up stuff. It's ballads.
Yeah.
Can we
good
be
point.
hurting for good ballads out there? I don't know.
It may be songwriters out there. Take heed. You never know.
That's
Hey,
true.
let's talk about John Denver because you worked with him. Was it in the 60s?
Yes, it was.
Look
It
at
was
some of
in
these
the
pictures.
1960s,
Yeah.
but it was in the 60s.
Okay, now here's a picture of John. And we'll go to some of this. When you were a member of the Chad Mitchell Trio, is that correct?
Yes.
There's John on the
Yeah.
right. Is that you on the left?
That's me. That's me on the left. Look at that posture.
Look at that. What's wrong
gosh.
with that posture?
I like it.
Yeah.
You
Somebody
hold the
told me
guitar
to
the
stand
same
up
way.
straight, I think.
Look at that. And so what was John like? Were you two just professional friends or did you have something
Oh, we were pretty
special?
good buds. You know, I traveled with a guy. We did 191 concerts one year. And I remember changing planes in Chicago and leaving laundry in one of the lockers. And John's wife, Annie, doing laundry and having it for us there the next day when we came back.
How nice.
Changing planes. And
You haven't done laundry or ironed a shirt in your life, have
No,
you?
well,
I mean,
it's time
it's
to-
still here.
It's
Yeah.
Fess
everybody else
up.
to do it. And what were your impressions of John as you worked with him?
Oh, he was a self-made man, but very much a driven man.
Think.
And no matter what he accomplished, he always had more potential. You know, I just
Just kept digging deeper and deeper inside himself.
dig
huh?
deeper and deeper, and you know, maybe to some of his fans, more grandiose. I mean, this is a guy who wanted to stop world hunger. You know, and as futile as that might seem, now that he's gone, you look at that ambition and you say, you know, that's quite a guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a good man.
Okay.
Would you like to answer some questions? All across the
depends on,
country from fans.
I was young. I needed the money.
No, it's not one of those
Okay,
questions.
not
no.
one of those.
Did,
I'm
now, we
sorry.
got Gordon back on the phone from California, didn't we, Randall? Did we get Gordon back? Gordon, are you
Yeah,
there?
I'm back.
Hey,
Hi
Gordon.
there. Michael Johnson is here to talk with you. What would you like to know?
I'd like to know, Barry Manilow and Sawyer Brown have both covered your songs. Do you ever want to say, sing it like this?
Yeah, like
Correct
no-
them.
No, but I'd like to watch them sing it together.
It's like, find the note. They can all sing.
Well, actually, to answer your question, Gordon, it's a real compliment when they kind of do sing it the way I did. You know, they kind of take some of the phrasing, and,
You hear the way you do it.
and that's,
Sure.
that's another compliment.
Certainly it is. Okay, let's move along. Let's go to Illinois. Phyllis is on the line. Hi, Phyllis, you with us?
I'm here.
Okay, you're on with Michael Johnson.
How did Bluer Than Blue change your life?
Oh,
The impact of a big record.
I remember hearing it
do you?
constantly on the
Yeah.
radio. I mean, every time I turned it on, it was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Had to
I
have
was-
changed your life.
And I was playing it to the point of where we got sick of it.
Yeah.
Because everybody wanted to hear it every 10 minutes.
Right. So
I
how
got
did it-
songs in the mail, you know, bluer than blue from people. Everything was
Near blue.
Yeah, darn blue. Well, it did change my life, I guess. You know, I don't remember life before Bluer Than Blue. No, I was sitting, I heard it too. See, I was on the radio. I was in my car and I heard it on the radio, and I was at a red light. And she was sitting in the Volkswagen next to me, stopped at the red light.
Who?
I don't know.
And?
And I could tell that that song was on the radio because I could see her lips moving.
She was
And we
singing
both had
really
the same station on. And I wanted to get out and say,
That's me.
well. Did you?
no,
Why?
because I figured she'd say, no, it isn't.
She'd probably slap him and
That's
say,
right.
get out of my car.
Call the
you know?
police on you, you know.
That's right.
That has to be the coolest thing, though.
Oh, it
Just-
was.
You gonna believe
It
some
was.
guy walks up in bowling shoes in the middle of the street and says, that's my song?
That's my song. Yeah,
That's me.
right. Madeline from New York.
Hi,
How are you this evening?
I'm okay. How are you?
We're pretty good. What's
Hi,
your
Madeline.
question for Michael here?
Well, you were talking about John Denver before, and he talked a lot about how hard it was for him to handle fame. And my question for Michael is, how have you handled it? Was it hard for you as well?
Well, I thought it was going to be easy, actually. Especially when that first song happened, I thought, well, I can do this again. And you know, I got lucky enough, and I did a song, This Night Won't Last Forever, and did do it again. And then I thought, well, this isn't difficult at all. And then I think you learn the lessons of your life, maybe, in dealing with the things that happen after those successes. And so, yeah, I had a lot of learning to do. I'm not going to go into it at all, though.
He's not going to tell us. We wanted to hear the scoop. And
Yeah, I
you're
know.
not
It was an
spilling it, are you?
educational process. To Florida, Melinda's on the line. Hello, Melinda. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. My question for Michael is, with all your classical training on guitar, why did you lean toward country music?
Oh, because that's where lyrics are. You know, I was a folk singer for a while, and then a pop singer, and then there was kind of like a techno-pop thing that happened, and the only person who seemed to emerge unscathed was Phil Collins. Everybody else had to kind of move on, and Dan Seals and Michael Martin Murphey came over into country music. And it's where songs are, and it's where guitar playing is. So it was a natural for me to do that.
Now, that's interesting to hear you say that, because here's a man, very few people can say what this man can say. He's had hits pop, rock and roll, R&B,
R&B,
country.
yeah.
So you know, I mean, you know what you're talking about, but do you think that the words really come together and mean something more in country music, huh?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's the singer and it's the song. And it's not as much the sound or the production or the rockets that go off or the timpani or any of that stuff. It's the lyrics,
more
what it's about.
satisfying.
I know it's the magic of the music and the lyrics because, tell them about your first paying gig, quickly. How were you paid?
I was paid $5 a night
And?
all the screwdrivers that I could drink.
Okay.
And
God.
I was 13.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
I was 13.
All right, so
Yeah.
you got $5 a night, and that's it, right?
So I just got $5 a night. Yes, that's
And,
correct.
and all the bowling shoes you could wear.
That's
Can I
right,
tell you
playing in
that-
VFW Hall. And I loved coming home at 2 o'clock in the morning. And you talk about some very trusting parents. My
Absolutely.
folks were so proud and very trusting.
Well, they have a lot to be proud of in you. You
I
do
think
such
so.
excellent work. The new album is Then and Now from Michael Johnson,
I was.
who always has the most interesting stories. This has been fun. Thank you so much for
My
coming over
pleasure.
this evening.
Thanks anytime.
And thanks for your calls, everybody. Back in a minute.
I mean, I've got 3 solid